What up, Wastelanders? Christopher here, Gaslands NorCal. Thanks for joining me once again for another conversion video. Now this one's a little bit special because this is the very last casting that I have to do for the Jim Silva 30-day challenge. Now he sent me 16 different castings. A couple of them I mashed into one, but all the other ones I've completed. I've got them all done. This is the last one. Actually, I've got a couple more on the bench, but they're going to get done probably today or tomorrow. But yeah, this has been an absolute blast. Had a great time doing it. Thank you so much, Jim. You are the man. Love all these castings. So yeah, this is a 49 Ford COE, and it's got the X-Men on there and stuff, which, you know, 1949 they were around. Well, I guess depending on your timeline, maybe. But so I'm going to take that off, strip it down. I want to make this into a UPS truck, like an older kind of, you know, since it's 1949, but still. Well, not UPS, USPS, so United Postal Service. So I've got these water slide decals from Rust Belt Customs. He does such a good job. These ones are going to fit pretty close on the sides there. Maybe not the big one, the smaller one. Get some of these smaller ones on the doors. I've already got some armors and weapons and wheels and everything picked out. So yeah, this one should go pretty smoothly. Now that I say that's probably not going to, but we'll give it a shot anyway. So yeah, you know what we got to do? First thing, we got to get this baby apart, get her into the stripper. All right, so we are all back together. Got it all primed up in white and everything. Did it in white for a reason. I'm gonna do the weathering in some different stages this time. A little bit different than I normally do. Kind of a few more steps, if you will. I'm gonna start off with the sepia to give it kind of an undercoat of grime and just like the dirtiness. Before, I'm gonna let that dry, and then I'm gonna put the decals on there from Rust Belt Customs. Just great guy, great stuff. Let those dry, and then I'm going to hit it with some of the chipping stuff from MIG, and then I'm going to go in and probably do some agrax and stuff before I start getting the rust and everything else on there. So it's going to be kind of a little more, like I said, more steps than I normally do. Haven't really tried this before, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, that's kind of the idea. But yeah, looking good so far. Yeah, this is going to be a pretty badass USPS truck. So let's get it grimed up. All right, so step one of the grime and the decals are all set and done. Needed a little bit more than just the USPS decals, so decided to put some graffiti on there, just a little bit, just to give it a little bit of flavor and stuff, make it a little more wastelands. I'm going to put some armor and weapons and everything over the areas that don't have the graffiti and stuff on there, just to cover up the blank spots. But yeah, looking pretty good. Next step we're going to do is the chipping with the MIG chipping solution. I'm going to do it a little bit heavier because I have kind of an idea of what I want to try next. Again, these are some methods that I haven't really tested out yet, so we'll see how it goes. Going to be using the same method, just using the sponge, dabbing it in there, dabbing it on a paper towel, and then getting around the hard edges and stuff to get the chipping and stuff going on there. And we'll see how that looks when we let that dry before we move on to probably doing some agrax on there and then going on to the rust. And I'll show you what I'm thinking about when we get to that portion. But yeah, let's get this baby chipped up a little bit. Alright, so now on to the rust, and the idea that I'm thinking is kind of the same thing that I did with the chipping method, using the sponge, dipping it into this, the MIG, actually dry brush rust, and dabbing it on a paper towel, and then kind of dabbing it around the hard edges and stuff again, just to kind of see how that works and how that looks. Like I said, Haven't tried this method before, but why not? We'll give it a shot, see how it works. So yeah, let's do that, and then we'll see if we need some more rust. We'll probably get some weapons and armor and stuff on there to get the rest of the accoutrement and fine detail work, and then yeah, we'll get this thing going. So let's try this new technique and we'll see how it works. Alright, well, not exactly the effect I was hoping for, but not too bad. It's, you know, got a little bit of the rust and corrosion looking stuff in there. Next we're gonna get the weapons and wheels and some armor put on there, and then we'll do some final rust touch up before we dust it up. Yeah, looking not too bad. These wheels I actually just got from Anything 4-Wheel Drive. These things are just freaking awesome. He has these tagged as roadkill tires, and they are killer. I absolutely love these things. Looking forward to getting these things on the build. Weapon coming from Anvil Industries, big ass machine gun. So yeah, let's get everything on there, and then we'll take a look at how it is, and then we'll get some more rust on there and dust it, and this thing will be ready for the wastelands. So let's get this thing put together. Alright, so we're all back together, got the wheels and weapons and the ram and everything going on, looking really cool, loving it. Had to put a little bit of extra armor on the top, just kind of tie everything all together. Loving these wheels, just fantastic. That ram's killer. So the last step we're going to do is more rust by Vallejo here. Get some streaking and stuff going on, get a little more weathered before we do some dusting, and then this thing will be ready for the wastelands. Really loving how this final build of the Silva Challenge is coming out. Had a great time doing this. So yeah, let's get it rusted up and dusted up, and then we'll see how it looks, and she should be ready to go. Let's do it. And there we have it, the final build of the Jim Silva 30-day challenge. I was able to do something with all the castings, which I'm very pleased about. These, yeah, this one just turned out outstanding. 49 Ford COE. Love how the wheels and the weapons and everything came out. These wheels from Anything 4-Wheel Drive, his roadkill tires, are just freaking awesome. Came in right at the perfect time. If you enjoyed this video, you learned something, please do me a favor and hit that like button. My goal is to do weekly videos, whether they're vehicle builds, terrain builds, whatever. So if that's for you, please hit the sub button below and get notified when new content drops. I do sell all my builds pretty inexpensively on my Etsy page, so if you want to see what else I've done, pick something up, even request a custom build. Until next time, keep your foot on the gas and your finger on the trigger. Gaslands NorCal, signing out.
Ha 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 ha!